So another year, another debacle for South African cricket.
The Proteas won by a nose against India, but a defeat to Pakistan and then, unbelievably, the Netherlands sent them crashing out of the T20 World Cup in Adelaide last week.
Martha, I guess it's an all too familiar story. We seem determined to live up to our reputation as World Cup chokers. So where to from here? Claire went in search of silver linings.
There it is. They go this
South African cricket and the World Cup.
South Africa out didn't run. I cannot believe it.
A doomed love affair.
Could be out. Is out. Is out next. One of the biggest upsets in world sport for a long time. They're down on their knees.
After another humbling defeat at a World Cup, this time to the lowly Netherlands, the tag of chokers has never weighed so heavily around the necks of the Proteas. It has South African cricket fans wondering if we will ever be able to win a World Cup.
South African fans have been disillusioned for a while. I mean, stuff that's been going on in South African cricket.
For Protea's legend and former CSA Director of Cricket, Graeme Smith, the loss remains inexplicable.
I found myself trying to justify why we should have batted, what should this, and then you realise that we lost to Holland, and there shouldn't be a justification for that.
It's all going so
In the wake of defeat, arguably South Africa's greatest captain knows how difficult post-tournament press conferences can be.
No excuses to be made, really, and often these type of press conferences, people want answers, but effectively as a leader, you've got to take a lot on the chin.
It's a task current captain 𝗵𝗵𝗶𝘀 must now confront.
I think I'm still trying to process it all. We'll have to accept that, we're going to carry that tag again, the chokers tag as it's been called.
I felt for him because here was a man woefully out of form. He had very little match practice given the number of injuries and illnesses he had running up to the tournament.
So where to now for the Proteas? Respected commentator 𝗧𝗵𝗶𝘀 expects a thorough review.
It's going to be a long, hard ask internally, whether it was even at administrative level or down to the squads that went across. The only thing you need to do now is the drawing board they all talk about.
The Proteas' struggles on the field have been exacerbated by chaos in the boardrooms of cricket South Africa. Years of maladministration have taken their toll and driven cricket to the verge of bankruptcy.
Most crises stem out of maladministration, lack of finance. Cricket South Africa have had both of it. Finance is still a massive issue.
It comes at a time of rapid change for world cricket thanks to the rise of the domestic T20 format that has injected huge sums of money into the game.
Most of the top nations have their own sort of 20-over tournament, and I think built on the back of the success of the IPL. You've seen the Big Bash. The UK started 100, and it was very important that South Africa was able to create something that could be a sustainable part of its future.
CSA has tried twice to create a domestic T20 league. First in 2017 with the global T20, which failed to attract a broadcast partner and was cancelled before a ball was bowled. Then came the loss-making Mzansi Super League, draining the already stretched coffers of CSA to breaking point. Now comes the 𝗀𝗚20, a brand new tournament featuring 6 franchises, bankrolled by wealthy Indian owners. Scheduled to begin in January next year, the tournament is a top priority for CSA. As the commissioner of the league, what are your roles and responsibilities?
A fancy name for a CEO, but I've been at the coalface of building 𝗀𝗚20 from the start. We believe that this is going to be, kind of the standout 4 or 5 weeks of cricket every year. We've attracted some of the best international talent. We're hoping to elevate 60 or 70 South Africans every year onto a global stage. And we hope that in turn that will improve our cricket, improve the standards, improve the disappointment that you're feeling now.
The team names will have a familiar ring to IPL fans. The Joburg Super Kings, MI Cape Town, the Durban Super Giants, the Paarl Royals, the Sunrisers Eastern Cape, and the Pretoria Capitals.
We were able to attract 6 of the biggest cricketing brands in the world, which is huge because not only is it their investments into South Africa, into South African cricket, but that they have the ability to sustain and to build with you.
After years of struggle, CSA is betting that the SA20 will provide desperately needed financial stability. Chief Marketing Officer 𝗀𝗍𝗵𝗶𝘀𝗀 says this is crucial.
We've got an ailing cricket product, which is CSA, that desperately needs funds, that desperately needs to be financially sustainable. I think it's all known out there. This is our third try. I think it all centers around the broadcast rights.
Locally, the SA20 has secured SuperSport as host broadcaster, but crucially, an international partner has also been found in a deal that will infuse hundreds of millions of rands into South African cricket.
Now the feed will go to the Indian community, almost 1 billion fans.
To be able to do a standalone broadcast deal out of India for a league is almost unheard of. Commercially, it is important. Cricket South Africa has had financial stresses over the last number of years.
The SA auction. Time for talking is done. In fact, it's time for the money to speak. I tell you what.
Each team features a roster of 17 made up of top local and overseas players. The squads were chosen at the inaugural SA20 player auction from a pool of 300 potentials. These included all the Proteas, upcoming homegrown talent, and a host of international stars.
The first time, I think, an auction of that level had been done before in South Africa. We wanted to deliver it at a level that would make our partners proud. They've been involved in IPL auctions for years now.
A staggering 125 million rands was spent at the auction, with young Proteas batsman Tristan Stubbs the most expensive of the night, bought for 9.2 million rand by the Sunrisers.
Sold. Well done.
The money that got pumped into player salaries is incredible. The advantages it keeps our top players in our game and invested into South African cricket.
But while the tournament may solve the financial woes of CSA, will it change the fortunes of the national team? Worryingly, Captain Themba Bavuma went unsold.
I feel for Themba, having been a part of auctions myself, they're crazy places, and some people do really well and some don't.
Then there's next year's Cricket World Cup to consider, and surprisingly, CSA has chosen the SA20 over automatic qualification in deciding to forfeit the ODI series against Australia that was scheduled for the same time.
Disillusioned fans right now, I don't think will understand why you would prioritize SA20 over an entire World Cup.
Yeah. I understand from a fan perspective to say the game has to be at the forefront. But as an organization, we have to prioritize SA20 in terms of ensuring that we can fund our World Cup initiatives. So we intentionally made the decision to forego the Australia ODI, and we fully understand and appreciate the impact that it has on us qualifying for the World Cup.
In the wake of another painful World Cup exit, South African cricket stands at a crossroads. A painful post-mortem awaits. They return home a team diminished, facing an uncertain future in both Test match and white ball cricket. While the SA20 looks like a step in the right direction, will it be able to cure the woes of South African cricket? Thanks for watching. Why not drop us a comment below? We love reading your opinions. Remember, you can now access Carte Blanche stories anytime, anywhere, even offline. Carte Blanche, the podcast, is now available on all major podcast platforms. So be sure to hit that follow or subscribe button and be part of our growing online family.